Hello and welcome to today's practice, taking time to be intentional with our body, our mind, and our soul. We will begin in a lying down position with a few options, either in restorative bridge with the feet a little bit wider than the hips, knees towards one another resting, in a butterfly with the soles of the feet together, knees wide, or in a full Shavasana pose, fully extended out. Be wherever the body wants to in a very comfortable lying down position. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We begin the practice in stillness to allow us to ground, settle, and connect within. Allow the belly to rise and fall, the eyes to soften, and feel yourself ground down. Then we will place the feet close enough to the hips so that the fingertips can barely touch them. And we're going to lift off into a bridge raise, engaging through the legs, lifting up through the hips, and then finding 3 deep breaths at the top of the bridge. Really feeling the rise and fall of the belly, legs and glutes are engaged, and then allowing the hips to sink back down. Taking the arms a bit wider, we're going to windshield wiper the legs side to side. Allowing the hips to open and relax. Next time the knees are over to the right, we're going to stay. And then if you want a little extra, you can take that right heel and place it on the outside edge of the left thigh. Grounding down. Then releasing that heel and moving the legs over to the left. Again, the left foot can lift off to the outside edge of the right thigh as you sink the body further in with the mat. Lifting back up to center, we're going to extend the legs out long, taking the hands overhead, and then if you could imagine an aerial view of your body, we're going to create a banana shape. So both of the feet move over to the right. You're going to move the arms over to the right as well, and that right hand will grab onto that left wrist, and you're going to reach all the way over to the right. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Coming through center, over to the left, both feet over, both hands over, and that left hand can grab onto the right wrist. Stretching through that right side, inhaling and exhaling. Back into center. We're going to lift up that right knee, give it a big hug in as the left leg is extended, and then you switch to hug in the left, right leg is extended. We're going to switch back and forth with an assisted bicycle. Your choice of keeping the head grounded, or you can lift it up looking towards the toes for a little bit more core activation as you continue through this bicycle. Once more on each side. And then both knees come in towards the center, letting those hips sink, maybe rocking side to side. Then rolling through the spine vertically, we're going to come all the way up to a seat. Finding a comfortable seated position and allowing the body to root down and find those deep breaths. Taking a deep breath in, reach it up. Exhale, we're going to twist, looking over that left shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale, twist, lift it back up. Over to the opposite side for a twist. Inhaling and exhaling. Back into center, inhale, lift. Exhaling into prayer as you take the feet towards one another into a diamond butterfly pose and a full little fold forward, maybe rocking side to side. Finding those deep breaths and then coming back into center. Taking the head side to side, moving through the neck. And then back into center. Inhale, lift it up. Exhaling through prayer. Taking a moment to set an intention for the practice. Breathing that in, breathing that out. And then making our way into a tabletop pose. We're going to move through the spine in a arch and hollow, cat and cow. Just listen to your own spine here and move through that as you wish. And as you exhale, you hollow, looking between the legs. And as you inhale, arch and lift it up. Back into a neutral spine. We're going to take the right foot out towards the side, opening the same arm, right arm, and big circles back. Then we will reverse, circling forward. Placing the right hand, and then taking the foot back in to switch sides, left foot out and ground, opening through the left arm, big circles back. Switching direction, circling forward. And then finding our tabletop pose in center. We're going to tuck the toes, lifting the hips, finding a center downward facing dog. You can bend the knees a lot and be on the balls of the feet to straighten through the spine. And then also roll through the feet and the legs, waking up the hips. Finding that downward facing dog with a deep breath in, deep breath out. Looking towards the front of the mat and walking forward. Grabbing onto the elbows for a rag doll. Releasing through the spine, neck and head are heavy, swinging it side to side, possibly shaking the head no and shaking the head yes. Releasing through the arms and rolling all the way to standing. Toes are pointed forward, directly below the hips. Deep breath in, reach it all the way up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it all the way back down. Finding a flat back, hands could be on the ground, the shins, or the thigh. Finding an elongated spine. Then releasing, placing the hands. We're going to come through a tabletop and then take the hands slightly forward to find a supported plank. Engage through the glutes and the core. Find that core firing up. You can always come to a supported plank at any time in the practice rather than a full plank. And then arms are wide into an opening warm-up cobra, moving side to side, waking up the spine. Releasing back down towards the ground through tabletop and into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. staying connected with the breath. Bending through the knees, walking to the top of the mat, rolling through the spine to standing. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhaling into your prayer. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold, bend through the knees into your plank, either supported or full high plank. You will shift the body forward, bending through the elbows, coming all the way down, forward again into an cobra with the hips down, or upward dog with the hips lifted, and then back down through tabletop and into your downward facing dog. Lifting through the right leg, three-legged dog. Knee towards nose to place the foot in between the hands, and then slowly lifting up, parallel crescent lunge, and then lifting the arms all the way. Finding your breath here, making sure that back quad is facing down, and then re-grounding. Back knee comes down, untucking the foot, letting the hips sink as you fold. And then opening up through that right arm, finding a twist with the left hand grounded. Placing the right hand back down, we are lifting back up through the hips into your downward facing dog. Next, lifting up through the left foot, three-legged dog. Knee towards the nose to place the left foot in between the hands. Slowly lifting, finding your balance. Crescent lunge, lift the arms all the way up. Find your breath, find your balance. Folding, placing the hands. Back knee comes down, untucking through the foot, letting the hips sink, and folding forward. Opening through the left arm, finding that twist. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Letting that hand find the ground. Once again, hips lift, center, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Bending through the knees. Walking to the top of the mat, rolling through the spine to stand. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Exhaling to prayer. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Back into your high plank pose. Shifting forward to descend, opening up into your cobra or upward facing dog. Shoulders are down and back. Sinking back down, coming through tabletop into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Grounding through the left foot and lifting up through the right. Knee towards the nose and placing the foot in between the hands. This time it's warrior one. So your back foot is at a 45-degree angle as you lift up. Torso towards the front, arms lift all the way. Finding your breath. Left hand comes to the back thigh to exalt. The slight back arch as you open. Arms back into your warrior one. And re-grounding. Back hip is now parallel. And then lifting up through both the hips into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Grounding through the right, lifting up through the left. Knee comes towards the nose, placing the foot in between the hands. Warrior One. Back foot is at a 45-degree angle as you lift, arms all the way up. It's that right arm that comes to the back thigh to lift up through the left, slight back arch. Find your balance, find your breath, and open. Back into your Warrior One, and then re-grounding. Rotating that back hip towards the ground, lifting the hips into your downward facing dog. Inhaling, exhaling, walking towards the top of the mat, rolling through the spine, standing. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale into your prayer. Inhale, lift it up. And exhale, folding down. Find your flat back on an inhale. Exhale, re-ground, placing the hands, stepping into your high plank pose. Shifting the weight forward to descend, opening up into your back arch. Re-grounding through your tabletop into your downward facing dog. Grounding through the left, lifting up through the right. Knee towards the nose, placing the foot in between the hands. Warrior Two is fully opening the back foot. Right arm is forward, left arm is back. Then the left hand comes to that back thigh to reach the right arm forward, up and back. Opening, sinking into your Warrior Two. Finding the deep breath. Back into your Warrior Two, straightening the front leg, right hand grounds on the thigh to slowly descend and open into your triangle pose. Left hand grounds, rotating the hips towards the ground, lifting back into your downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling. Grounding through the right, lifting up through the left foot. Knee towards the nose, placing the left in between the hands. Fully opening that back hip, looking over the left fingertips. Then right arm comes to the thigh, flip the left, reach it forward, up and back. Opening. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming back to your Warrior Two, straightening the front leg. Hand comes to the thigh as you glide down. Hand can stay on the shin, or it could come all the way to the floor. Opening up through the right side, looking up, finding a deep breath in your triangle pose. Grounding through the right, hips are now rotated down to come into your downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bending through the knees, walking forward, rolling through the spine to standing. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale into your prayer, and we will find a standing balance tree pose. Finding solid ground underneath you, and then rooting through your right side. 3 options. You can come to the kickstand with the ball of the foot of the left on the ground, heel towards the inner leg, lift it up to the calf, or lift it up to the inner thigh. Just don't place it on your knee joint. And then your arms can be your branches here, so move them as you need them to capture your balance. Then find your center. Having a place to gaze fully helps. Arms can come into prayer. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, opening through the arms. Then releasing that leg down, shaking it out. We'll take the other side. Now grounding through the left, you can either come to the kickstand on the right, to the calf, or to the inner thigh. Use your arms however you need, grounding through that left side. If you ever feel like you're going to fall, just take a deep breath in, a deep breath out. You can always come back into the pose. If you do fall out of it, no harm. Just practicing the standing balance. Inhale, lift the prayer. Exhale, arms are wide. Releasing both legs, now grounded. We're going to inhale, lift it up at the top of the mat. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, ground, stepping back into your plank pose. Reaching forward to lift all the way up. And then coming through your tabletop into a child's pose. Knees could either be wide or together. Just allow the hips to sink and adjust the legs however you need to be most comfortable. Forehead can ground in with the mat. Really allowing this to be a moment of surrender, grounding. Then taking both hands over to the right for a left side body stretch, regrounding the forehead. Find your deep breaths. Making your way through center, over to the left side. Reach those fingertips away, stretching through the right side body. Connecting in with the earth. Making your way back through center, deep breath in. Full exhale out. Lifting up. Making your way to a seat. Finding a boat balance, which is grabbing onto the shins, engaging through the core, lifting up through the toes. Lots of options here. You can hold on to the calves. You could release the hands. Be wherever your body needs to be. You don't have to go all the way. You can extend one leg and try the opposite leg. Fully extending the legs, grabbing onto the calves to start. And the challenge is lifting off through the hands as well. Then releasing it down. We're going to come all the way to lying down. So rolling through the spine, making your way back to the mat as we started. Allowing the body to cool down. Finding a comfortable place for you to ground in with the mat. Finding a figure 4, lifting up through the right leg, flexing through that foot and connecting with the left thigh. You can lift up through that left leg and grab onto the back of the thigh, bringing it in. Just opening through the hips. You can try straighten the leg if you'd like to, or keep it bent. And then releasing that down, the left leg will extend, right knee hugs in towards the body, simple spinal twist, right leg over to the left side, grounding through the right shoulder. Finding a deep breath in, and a deep breath out. Lifting back up through center, and then we're going to switch sides, left foot figure 4, to the right thigh, lifting up through that right leg, grabbing onto the back of the thigh, giving that a nice squeeze in, opening through the hip, extending that right leg or keeping it bent. Then extending the right leg out long, left knee hugs in, crossing over the body to the right, regrounding through the left shoulder. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Back in through center, giving both legs a big hug in, opening to a happy baby. Knees towards armpits, hand to the feet. You can rock it side to side, whatever feels nice here, to just release that body fully towards the ground. Then we're making our way into a Shavasana pose, corpse pose. Take anything else that the body needs before fully settling into stillness. Really extending through the toes, extending through the fingers so that they can fully release and relax. Closing the eyes, softening the face, being present with the body here and now. We take this time of stillness to allow the body to integrate all of the intentional movement and really feel the effects of our practice. Taking a deep breath in, exhaling it out. Wiggling through your fingers, through your toes, ankles, wrists. Deep stretch overhead and making your way back into a seat. So find the most comfortable seated position for your body. Allow the spine to grow even taller, and then taking our intuition mudra, left hand rests in the right, eyes are closed. Finding a few more deep breaths before closing the session. If there is an intention set at the beginning of class, you can reconnect in with that. Or take the time to set an intention, knowing that your hands carry the answers to your present, of your past to your future. Knowing this truth and breathing it in. Being fully in tune with your breath, being intentional with the breath cycle as you connect further and further in to your own body, mind, and soul. The divine light within me salutes, acknowledges, and is thankful for the divine light within you. Namaste.